Hello, my name is Smash or Ashley Ford, and this is my song Even in the Snow on Tri-Cities Mixtape.
It's cold out, cover me in a blanket, statement, whispered promise in the dark. Will you keep it close to your heart, like your mother's locket? Was it stupid to assume that you'd keep it? I never knew at the time you still kinda wanna die, but I hope you know I'd be at your tombstone even in the snow. Is that wrong? If you were gone, would you want me to move on? Do you act different when I walk in the room? Is it wrong for me to even assume? But every little drawing, every handwritten note passed back and forth between friends, and the parade never ends. I never knew at the time you still kinda wanna die, but I hope you know I'd be at your tombstone even in the snow, rain or hail or thunder. I would bring you flowers. I'd be there for hours, trying to make up for the time that should have been ours. I never knew at the time you still kinda wanna die, but I hope you know I'd be at your tombstone even in the snow.
Hi, my name is Maddysen Hope, and you're listening to Stay Young with me on Tri-Cities Mixtape.
You change just like the seasons. Sometimes I forget you're growing up too. It's tearing me to pieces, 'cause I know that I'll miss you. It's only a matter of time till you grow out of those lies and become the man you're meant to be. Just stay young with me. Don't grow up too fast. I'm scared to let you free. Hope you don't shut me out. Stay young with me. You're listing out the reasons to I'm scared to let you free. Hope you don't shut me out. Stay young with me. Stay young. Stay young. Let me just be honest. I don't think that I want this, yeah. Stay young. Stay young. Stay with me a minute. I don't want you to leave it. It's only a matter of time till you grow out of those lies and become the man you're meant to be. Stay young with me. Stay young. Stay young. Stay young. Stay young with me. Stay young. Stay young. Stay young. Stay young with me.
Welcome to the Tri-Cities Mixtape. My name is Miguel Ortiz. Today we have a double interview, two very young, very talented women. And also today I have a co-host. I have a singer, songwriter, somebody that our bands used to play some gigs back in the day. We have Janelle Pratt in the house.
It's true. What up?
We're very lucky to have a lot of talented women in this room today who are all musicians. Before we get into the interview and get to know y'all, can we get a little background on Janelle here? Well, how did you get started singing? And how old were you?
Like in my entire life?
Yes.
Or like
Yes.
doing professional gigs?
Here we go. We're getting the whole story.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I grew up in a super religious family, also very musical. We didn't have TV, so we played music. We listened to music and we created music.
Okay.
All my cousins play different instruments. My grandma played the accordion. We would do
Nice.
stuff with her all the time. She also played the banjo, and then she played guitar as well. I tried learning guitar a couple times in my life, and I failed miserably. Like I tried it and I was like, I don't like doing this. Can I just do this? But it was like, no, you have to follow the rules. And I can't follow rules. I'm very bad at that.
Yeah.
So I played piano when I was a kid. I would get in trouble all the time when I was supposed to be practicing because I would just play stuff that I came up with in my mind. And my mom would be like, is that what you're supposed to be practicing?
Right.
And yeah, my piano teacher fired me. Like,
They can do that?
I pulled up and she was like, look, I can't teach your daughter anything. She plays by ear and like she doesn't want to do any of the stuff that I'm telling her. And I'm like, well, I guess I suck at that.
Yeah, rock and
but I
roll.
was always involved with singing. My dad was like in the choir. He actually was in a barbershop quartet when I was young and he played drums also. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess it's a little weird. It seems normal to me. My mom, she just sang like in the church choir, but they were very devout. They were there every single Sunday and Wednesdays and all the other days, right?
Right.
We're constantly singing. It's always like at least 3 hymns and you're going through every single verse, right? So you could get like hymns are pretty easy to pick up on. My mom knew all the alto parts, so like I learned all the alto and the soprano parts to every like song in the hymnal growing up, and it was just kind of easy for me. So I tried out for this band. They had like a ad, I think probably like on Craigslist or something. Like, do
Okay.
people even use Craigslist anymore? I don't know.
Probably.
I do.
Yeah, all right, cool. They were like, we're a band, we're already gigging, we just need like vocals. And I was like, oh, I could probably do that. Like, let me just see, right? So they're like, well, we're gonna be, they thought they were real serious and like real cool. And they were like, well, you have to be like talented. And I'm like, okay. Like, and they're like, you have to be able to do these things. All right. So they're like, here's some songs, meet us like at this karaoke bar. And so I was like, okay. So I did it. There was one band member who was in Tri-Cities and then a couple of them were in Yakima. They were like on the phone together listening or whatever. And so Pete always is like, yeah, and Rob called me and he's like, hey, listen to this singer. And he's like, yeah, I did a Janis Joplin song. And he's like, yeah, so like, when am I gonna hear the singer? And he's like, you're listening to her. And so, yeah, they were like, yeah, you're in our band. So,
Okay,
yeah.
nice.
So that's what I
Phone
did. I
audition?
showed up at like
Yeah.
these people's wedding. I did not know them. They did not know me. And they were like, you can just like go get changed in here with like all the wedding party. and I had driven like an hour and a half to go sing, and I never like practiced with the band.
That was your first gig?
That was our first gig. yeah.
I love it.
And so I like was like, okay, I guess I'm here, and everybody in the band is like, who are you? I don't know what you're talking about, except Rob, who was like there at karaoke, and he was like, oh yeah, okay. So that was our first gig. It was fun.
So today, our guests, and again, thank you, Janelle, for sharing your story, and we appreciate you for being on the pod. So today, our guests are Maddysen Hope. Woo!
Hello.
And Ashley Ford, aka Smash.
Yes.
Woo! So Maddysen, we'll start with you. How did you get started playing music and singing?
For as long as I've known, I've always loved music. And I only started releasing music last year, like almost exactly a year ago.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know, I played guitar. I started playing guitar when I was in 5th grade or 6th.
Wow, so young.
Yeah. And that was kind of the start of, my musical journey.
How did you take to it as a 5th grader?
I learned on a $20 Walmart guitar, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like...
Little first act?
Yeah, exactly.
A Minnie Mouse one.
Yeah. I learned like tabs and stuff off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I started learning chords. And then I had a talent show at my middle school, I think. And my brother had owned a guitar years before. And so my mom bought it from him. And she has this whole story that she tells everyone. Like, I didn't sound very good on that $20 guitar, I guess. But when I actually played on, the actual guitar, it sounded decent, I think.
Yeah.
I hope. Yeah.
Nice.
And, and so from there on, I just, kept with it, kept practicing and writing songs. That's pretty much, up until last year, like I said, is when I actually started taking it, more seriously and performing. My mom is musical as well. I guess I have a kind of musical family. My mom and my grandma play piano.
Oh, nice.
But other than that, I don't think there's really anyone else in my family that does anything musical, other than my sister, actually. She's also a singer. Yeah.
So you were playing guitar before you were singing, or were you singing first?
Well, I've been singing since I was
Since you could
old
talk?
enough to talk, probably, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but I definitely was more focused on guitar in the beginning, for sure.
All right, we'll come back to that now. Ashley, how did you get started? What's your villain origin story?
Such a long, dark story. No. So I also came from a very musical family, but it was mostly just my siblings. I don't think like anyone else in my extended family, even my parents, are very musical. They sing, but they're not like singers. But I think my oldest brother kind of inspired all of my siblings to start singing because he was a lot older than all of us, but he was in a band when he was in high school, and we were all kind of like followers of this band.
Do you remember the name of your brother's band?
Oh, it was something really emo. like
that would be a good name for a band right there. Something
like
really emo.
Sounds like something I might like. Okay.
It was like tortured something. I don't remember.
Oh, that's
but
so
it was He was But I remember being like, I think I was probably like 3 or maybe a little older. We had this family piano that belonged to my great-grandma that we inherited, and my brother would play all kinds of music on there, and I would just sit there and watch in awe because I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I would just sit there for hours and listen to him play, and all my other siblings would too, so it was like a kind of like a sibling bonding moment for all of us. And I remember thinking, like, when I get older, I'm gonna learn the piano and I'm gonna be so good at it. I never learned piano.
There's still time.
Yeah, I look up YouTube tutorials. I guess that kind of counts. So I can play piano like by ear, but I don't know the chords or anything. It's just figure it out,
Yeah.
Same thing goes for like guitar and stuff. My brother played guitar and I was like, that's so cool, I'm gonna be a guitarist when I grow up. Never took guitar lessons. I just kind of figured it out.
Yeah, it's the best way.
Yeah, my siblings all sing together. It's fun. But
Any Is there gonna be like a Jonas Brothers family band thing going at some
well,
point, or?
I don't know. Maybe one day. But most of my siblings aren't really into like the production side of things or the writing side of things. My brother's really into it, but he's older now and he's got like a full-time job and stuff, so he doesn't really have time, which is kind of sad. But whenever he comes over, we have little jam sessions. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
Whoever wants to go first, what can y'all tell me about the first song or songs that you wrote?
Oh boy. You want to go first?
Sure. I have to like think really hard. The first song I wrote, I can't remember how it went or anything, but it was about bullying.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how it came about because I was never bullied or anything. I was like, I'm gonna write a song about bullying.
What was it, anti-bullying or pro-bullying?
It was pro-bullying for sure. No, anti-bullying. I think I was in 4th grade.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I don't know where that went. I think I deleted it a couple years ago, probably.
Yeah, no digital footprint of that.
Oh no.
Do you know what it was called?
No, I have no clue.
Probably called bullying.
Probably.
Ashley?
My first song, I think I wrote it when I was like 14 actually. I didn't start writing for a while. I really wanted to like write my own version of Riptide by Vance Joy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was so bad. So I stole the chords, just changed the melody and the lyrics, but
Did you reference Michelle Pfeiffer in your song too?
I did not,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Yeah. It's the only pull I could get from that song.
But it was just like very cliche, like I still love you, stuff like that. And I had never dated anyone, you know. It's just yeah, it was great. Yeah, that's all.
This is Maddysen Hope, and you're listening to Where I Belong on Tri-Cities Mixtape.
I know that you don't want me, but I can't hide my feelings for too long. But when you come around me, I know that this is where I belong. I've never fallen for someone like you. It's only been 4 years. Baby, tell me what I'm supposed to do. Call it hesitation, if that's what it is. Let's just be honest, we're both too scared to admit that you and me, we will never be meant to be. Maybe it's my heart messing with my brain, but honestly I thought that I really felt something. But I know it's not right, 'cause I know that you don't want me, but I can't hide my feelings for too long. But when you come around me, I know that this is where I belong. Yet I'm still waiting for my turn. I've been waiting for 4 years, boy, when will you ever learn? I've been dropping these hints like it's every other statement, but I just can't help knowing. I know that you and me, we will never be meant to be. Maybe it's my heart messing with my brain, but honestly I thought that I really felt something. But I know it's not right. I've only tried my luck about 1,000,000 times, and I've been proven wrong. I didn't learn how to take no, that's why we always collide. 'Cause I can't let you go. The feeling is too complicated. Is it reciprocated? No, I don't know. It's time for me to let you go. I know that you don't want me, but I can't hide my feelings for too long. But when you come around me, I know that this is where I belong.
Hi, my name is Smash or Ashley, and this is my song, Then What Would You Do, on Tri-Cities Mixtape.
Wish I knew what to do when you look at me from across the room. I know that it's silly that I care so much, but really I just don't know who I really am yet. So I make up my personality, pretend I'm someone I'll never be, so you'll notice me eventually. But what if I was prettier? What if I was skinny? What if I could read your mind and make you think you were mine? What if I was short? And what if I was taller? What if you were the one for me and I was the one for you? Then what would you do? I know that it takes time to heal, but honestly, I thought you were all I needed. Wish it was easy loving someone else, but I wake up every morning wishing I could hear you snoring, and I bet your morning voice sounds so pretty. But what if I was kind? And what if I was rude? What if I could make a fake reality and live there? What if I was loud? And what if I was quiet? What if I could go back in time and change who I turned into? Then what would you do? Then what would you do? What if I was haunted? And what if I was guarded? What if I could turn myself into whatever you wanted? What if I was happy? And what if I was blue? What if I could mold myself into your arms and hold you?
What made y'all want to take it more seriously? That you noticed this isn't something that I like to do, this is something that I'm passionate about, or that enough people have told me I'm good at that I want to keep doing it?
I think what made me notice is like I would think about my future and doing other things like other jobs,
Right.
and none of them clicked
imagine
really.
it.
No,
Yeah.
I was like I would be devastated over the thought of having to like work a 9 to 5 or something.
Who
Well,
isn't though? That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
true.
devastating.
But I was
honestly.
like, yeah, the only thing I could, think about wanting to do is music, and that was, I knew that was my passion from a young age. So
Oh, love that. Ashley?
What was the question again?
I guess the moment where you realize this isn't, a
Oh,
hobby,
yeah,
or
yeah.
this is something that you really want to do or carve a path in.
I also grew up in a very religious household. Still do, but we kind of keep to ourselves, and we're kind of conservative and don't like get out much, I guess. So I grew up just imagining one day maybe I could become a singer or something, but I always knew, I was like, that's never gonna happen though.
Okay.
Because it was just, I hadn't seen anyone from my church become like a singer,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like a thing that could happen. But I joined like this high school show choir called Forte. They're really cool.
I love Forte.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of their performances.
Oh, really?
Yay,
That's so fun.
yeah.
I love Forte. So I was in there for my whole high school career.
Yeah.
And then I got some solos towards the end of my high school career. And a lot of people would come up to me and be like, okay, you have to sing, like, and record it because I want to listen to it. So I was like, oh, I don't think I can. So one of my friends from Forte, the show choir, her father was friends with Dave, who runs Thunderdome Recording Studios.
Shout out to Dave from Thunderdome.
So,
I tried to get him in here for an interview. He told me to hit him back at the end of October.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
And it's
Have you met
February
him?
now. No.
He's really cool.
Yeah.
I love Dave.
No, he was name dropped by the Kids in Flight list.
Oh, yeah.
And
Shout out
Sasha
Dave.
May, who you guys are playing a show with
Yes.
tomorrow. Shout out to Sasha May.
Shut up.
So yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess how well, let's jump forward a bit. How when it comes to recording now, both y'all have worked with Thunderdome Recordings.
Yeah.
How did that come about, and what's your experience been so far?
So I found out about Dave through a photographer, Connor. He's in, I forget his band's name, Deluxe Marble Race,
Deluxe
I think.
Marble Race. Shout out to Deluxe Marble Race.
Yeah, and so he knew we were originally going to go to a studio in Rainmaker.
Okay.
It's in the Tri-Cities somewhere. But the guy got sick, so we were like, oh, what do we do now? So we were going to reschedule it, but then we found out about Dave through Connor. And so, yeah, from there on, we've just been going to Dave, and it's been amazing. Like, he's really good at what he does. Yeah, I love Dave.
We love Dave.
Actually, how did you find Thunderdome?
Yeah. So my friend who was in Forte, her dad was friends with Dave, and her dad was like, "Hey, you need to go record your music."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't know." But then he talked to my parents, and he was like, "Hey, she needs to go record her music." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And they got like a gift certificate or something to the recording studio. And that it was like so I could record a whole song. Which was pretty awesome. That was Then What Would You Do? That was my first song I ever recorded. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. We love Dave. I've said that like 10 times.
It's all right.
We all love Dave.
So, what about influences, like lyrically, vocally, musically? Who made y'all want to do it, or who did you see doing it that you're like, oh, I love that, or I strive to write clever bars like whoever?
For me, it's really funny, and I only realized this recently, but you know the show Austin and Ally?
Yes.
Yeah, on Disney Channel?
Yeah.
It's so random, but I just remember watching that when I was in elementary school and seeing Austin Moon. I was like, I want to do that. And that's kind of what started it. I don't know. Like, I just realized that, like, last month.
Yeah.
But, yeah, beyond that, I really like Lizzie McAlpine. Like, I love, the simpleness of her music.
Yeah.
Like the guitar, acoustic guitar, and vocals. And she's an amazing singer, and I love her. And also Whitney Houston.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Who doesn't love Whitney Houston? Yeah. She's just, I remember my dad would play her when I was younger, and I only started listening to her kind of recently, like a year ago, but I really love Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Ashley?
All right. For sure, Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas.
Yes.
They are so good.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't
Oh
sure if I
my
would
gosh.
offend you with making those, because you do have a very breathy, like, beautiful delivery that was reminiscent, but I had a singer. I was in a band with a singer who sounded a lot like the singer from Paramore. And, and she did love it at first, but then she got annoyed always being like, oh, you sound like Haley Williams.
Yeah.
You sound like Haley Williams. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but anyway, so.
I will never be annoyed being compared to Billie Eilish because I love her so much.
Oh, yes.
Especially like their production style and the way they write music. They just like hang out for like a couple hours and then they come out with like this masterpiece of a song.
Right.
One of my dreams is to produce a song with Phineas because he is so good. And so is Billie, obviously, but yeah.
My wife was playing this song. For a while she's been playing it, and she's always singing it. And it wasn't until very recently I found it was a Phineas song, and I'm like, what? They let him sing too?
Yeah.
What musically? Any?
Musically,
Like, do you have like a guitar idol, or is it not the same? Because I've never been one of those guitar players that like really cared about virtuosity. I never wanted to be Eddie Van Halen. I just wanted to be good enough to get my ideas across.
Yeah. I do also really like Conan Gray.
Okay.
And the simplicity of his chords and the way that he can take like a basic like C major scale chord progression. I don't know words. And he can make like this beautiful, like very interesting melody with it. And I try to like harness that a little bit with his. He's just so good. I love him.
Anybody else? Y'all want to mention his inspiration?
I second Billie Eilish.
Oh, Billie Eilish. Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's
Yes.
so good. I also second Lizzie McAlpine.
Okay. You guys got a lot
We're
of
like the same.
intersecting tastes. Yeah.
We have the same music.
Yeah.
So you guys are actually going to be playing a show together soon. Have you guys played together before?
Have indeed.
Once.
Oh.
One time. It was very fun. We did a concert put on by Madison's lovely mother.
Yes.
She orchestrated everything.
Shout out,
It was
Mom.
so awesome. Yeah, shout out, Mom. And I was kind of like, there wasn't a stage when we got there, and I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But they got it set up, and it looked great, and I was
nice.
very impressed by the end of it.
I've played a lot of gigs where there's no stage when I show up, and when we play, there's still no stage.
Yeah, totally
You gotta
been
play in
there.
that corner.
What are you
So,
gonna do?
there's a corner. You can make like try not to block the door though.
Yeah.
Don't use one outlet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was so.
Well, okay. Speaking of first gigs, Ashley, do you remember as your first gig?
My first gig.
Like playing your songs, or if you want to go back to like if you did a talent show, or
Yeah, I can't. I was always too scared to do talent shows. I don't think I ever did one. There was like a fundraiser open mic night at a local restaurant, Emerald of Siam, which
Shout out
is
to the
where
Emerald.
we're performing tomorrow. But a bunch of my Forte friends, the show choir I was in, they were doing a fundraiser, and they knew I wrote music. I was like trying really hard not to like say anything so they wouldn't be like, Ashley, you should go up.
oh right.
I was like, I was really scared. But then I went up and I played one of my very first songs I wrote. And it was good. I was like shaking really bad the whole time, but like we got through it. And it was fun that it was like around my friends mostly and not like a bunch of strangers. But yeah, that was my first gig.
Your live setup now, do you, I'm Madison, you just play acoustic, just you and a guitar for your stage show, or do you have accompaniment or a band?
I used to in the beginning, but now it's just me.
All right.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
Ashley?
Same for me. I had some accompaniment for the show that we did together last year. But my guitarist went to college, alas.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Do either of you have plans to like have a band behind you, or to be a part of a collective, or maybe join a band?
I wouldn't join one, I don't think. I mean,
Right. So you would recruit one to play your songs? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That would be cool. It's just kind of hard
Yeah.
right
Also,
now.
hey,
especially.
you can use this if you want. You know how bands will do like the name of the lead singer and the whatever? You could be Maddysen and the Hopeless. Your band is the Hopeless because you're Maddysen Hope. So Maddysen and the
yeah.
Hopeless.
That's
Your
so
band is
good.
called the Hopeless.
That's
I
fire.
get a percentage of that if you use it. So yeah, you would like to have a full band, but to play your song.
Yeah.
Would you go full keys, drums, bass, string section, or
I mean-
or just like a basic, guitar, drums, bass?
Probably just, I mean, if I can have more, then,
More, yeah.
more is better.
Yeah,
But-
for sure.
I mean, as of now, probably just basic because it's a lot easier.
Yeah, well, and also your songs don't require much. I mean,
Right.
you can add all the extra stuff you want to, but even your voice and a guitar is enough to,
Yeah.
make a great song. Ashley, you want to be in a band?
I
or-
would love to be in a band.
Yeah.
I really want to get into pop,
Mhm.
but I fear it's really hard to write pop songs without any accompaniment or like drums or anything.
Right.
I mean, you can do it. I struggle with it. But I feel like if I were to join a band or have a band join me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They would have to be like, we'd have to mesh well,
Mm-hmm.
chemistry wise, which I'm sure all bands do at least a little bit.
Yeah.
But I would like to write with people
Yeah.
and not just be like,
A
hey
dictator,
guys,
yeah.
let's just do this.
Learn your parts.
Yeah. Exactly.
My name is Maddysen Hope, and you're listening to my song Too Fast, the acoustic version on Tri-Cities Mixtape.
We had a fault. We broke our truce. Thought you were mine, but I was being used. It took a while for me to see that you weren't seeing only me. I wish that I could say that I didn't feel the pain. The scars that you left me are so stuck in my brain, but you still get me now, and I just can't shut you out, 'cause I still want you. Pick up the phone. I left you 36 messages. Tell me, are you alone? You moved on too fast. You took my heart, shattered it into a million pieces, but I still want you bad. You moved on too fast. You cannot say that you still love me the way I loved you. I just wanna know what you're thinking, 'cause you must feel the burden, yeah, you must feel the pain. And if you don't, then you don't belong in this place. I wish that I could say that I didn't feel the pain. The scars that you left me are so stuck in my brain, but you still get me now, and I just can't shut you out, 'cause I still want you. Pick up the phone. I left you 36 messages. Tell me, are you alone? You moved on too fast. You took my heart, shattered it into a million pieces, but I still want you bad. You moved on too fast. I close my eyes and hope that you won't understand. Hope you don't think that I'm your number one fan. I'm a hater that loves you. If you gave me the chance, yeah, I would take your hand. Take me off to some type of magic land. I'm blinded by your so-called love. I wish that I could say that I didn't feel the pain. The scars that you left me are so stuck in my brain, but you still get me now, and I just can't shut you out, 'cause I still want you. Pick up the phone. I left you 36 messages. Tell me, are you alone? You moved on too fast. You took my heart, shattered it into a million pieces, but I still want you bad. You moved on too fast, on too fast.
We're gonna do a dream gig. Well, one at a time. Maddysen, you are playing at the Toyota Center. Biggest show of
Okay.
your life. You are the opener, and you get to pick the middle and the closer, and it could be of all time. If you wanted to pick Selena and the Beatles, stuff. So you're opening. Who's middle and who's closing at the biggest show of your life?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
It's designed that way.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish would have to be in there for
Okay.
sure. Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Again, it could be dead or alive. You can bring Whitney back if you want.
Okay. Probably Billie Eilish and Whitney Houston.
Okay, so
Yeah.
will that be okay?
Mhm.
You open the show, then
Yeah.
Billy, then Whitney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in that order, yeah.
That's a great show. Ashley, the next night at the Toyota Center is your biggest show ever. You're opening.
Back to back.
Yeah. It's a great weekend. Who's your middle and who's your closer?
Okay, for middle, I'm tied between Billie Eilish, of course, or Phineas.
I mean, she's already in town from the
Yes.
show.
It's her
Exactly.
second night.
Or Phineas, or the Marias.
Oh, I love the Marias.
I love the
Marias.
Marias.
They're so
I
good.
first heard, I thought that was a Billie Eilish because the
Mhm.
whispery singing, and
Mhm.
I was like, is this another Billie? But then I looked at my phone,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not Billie.
I love everything about their vibe. They're
Yes.
so good. And for, what did you call
Closer?
it? Like the closer.
Headliner?
ABBA.
Oh, ABBA.
I love
Yes.
some ABBA. They're so good.
Oh,
Miss
yes.
them.
I listen to Dancing Queen like weekly.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, it's good for cleaning.
Yeah,
cleaning
it's
the
good for
house.
everything.
Yes. Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
any mood, Dancing Queen fits.
24/7 Dancing
Yeah.
Queen.
All right.
For sure.
Thank y'all for your dream gigs. Those both sound amazing. Hopefully they will happen one day. If you guys give me a couple of your guilty pleasure songs. Like,
Oh boy.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm a 40-year-old man.
Let me look at
Yeah, I
my
need to
Spotify
look.
real
I'm a
quick.
40-year-old man, and I've outgrown being embarrassed about liking
Uh-huh.
bad pop music, just because I can't help that my ears love,
Yeah.
girls just want to have fun.
Everybody likes
Exactly.
pop. That's why it's popular.
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't like it.
No, yeah. And I found out, in my 20s that I was equally pretentious, hating everything that was popular as all the people who just liked everything that was popular. And I realized I wasn't being honest. I just hated things because they were like, I didn't like Missy Elliott for the longest time.
What?
Yeah, because
Oh my god.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
But also,
you
I
gotta
think
stop
all
that.
the girls who listened to Missy in high school were too cool for me, so that might have been part of it.
It was personal for you. It was like,
but
those
it
chicks,
took like
bleh.
a decade or two to where I was listening to Missy and I'm like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Why did I?
You just gotta be in the right headspace. You gotta be in the right headspace.
Yeah.
I get it.
Do we? Are they all too embarrassing?
Mine's
Yeah,
kind of
listen.
embarrassing.
What do you got?
K-pop.
Oh,
Okay.
I like K-pop.
Specifically?
Specifically Stray Kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
I feel guilty, but that's kind of the point. But
Yeah.
yeah, I love them, and they produce all their own music, so that's
Oh,
pretty
really?
cool.
Okay, nice.
I don't know. I'm trying to go through my playlist. I don't know. I guess some people could say country,
Yeah.
depending on, some people really hate country. For the longest time I did.
Okay.
But-
Let's say you're on a road trip with your friends. It packs you the aux cord.
Okay.
What are you gonna play that's gonna make them say, "For real? You listen to this?"
Really? Kahoot lobby music.
Yeah. Jeez, I don't know. Life is a Highway, maybe, but that's really good. I mean, I like that one.
Everybody's gonna be like, thanks for putting this on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Especially
I
on
don't
a
have
road
any
trip.
guilty pleasures in music. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of listen to whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, it's good to not feel guilty about what you like.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Within reason. So both of y'all being pretty early in your career, are you both working your way up to your first project, album, EP? Or are you just taking it as it goes, recording songs as you write them?
Right now I'm working on an EP that is scheduled to come out. I mean, we've pushed it so many times, but hopefully this late spring, early summer.
Okay.
But yeah, we've been working on it since, I think, October, September, maybe August, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
so
many
for a while
how
now.
many songs do you plan on putting on?
5 songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Ashley, have you released anything? I know you have a few songs out or
I
recorded.
have concepts of a plan.
Yeah.
I have a lot of songs I want to put on an EP, and I am brainstorming one. I'm a little currently busy. I'm a little too busy to be going to the studio once
Right.
a week. But I definitely have like a list of songs I want to put on an EP, hopefully release sometime this year. Well, I'm not totally sure. Yeah, but that's my plan.
Y'all are at least 20 years younger than me, but when y'all write songs, do you guys still write on pad and paper, or is it just phone notes, or do you just like record a voice message and sing into it? What's the writing process for these kids nowadays? You whippersnappers, how do you write songs?
I'd say all of the above, but I don't really write on paper that much. Yeah.
Do you even have any paper in your house?
I write on paper when I'm feeling extra poetic.
Yeah.
But I also wonder, what is your writing process at the moment? And how has it evolved, I guess?
Right now, I don't know. There's so many different processes for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, I'll have an idea come to my head, and then I write it down, and then sometimes sometime later, I'll try to put a progression to it. But usually, I record a voice memo and just kind of just play and see where it takes me for the most part. Yeah, I don't really have a, certain way, but
there's no one path to writing a song.
Right.
I'm always curious of people's processes and how they evolve.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley?
Yeah. I'm still perfecting the way I write songs, but it's very similar to Madison's, where I like, if I think of something or something inspires me, I'll write it down on my phone. Usually, I'll come home after a very long day and I'll just rant random melodies, and sometimes I'll just record on my phone so I don't forget it if it's good. Yeah. But usually it's not. So, sorry, what were you saying?
No. I would say I've noticed, especially in the younger generations, there's a lot of just more stream of conscious, just recording a moment and then kind of figuring it out afterwards.
Yeah.
Which everybody has their process, but I guess I've seen that more and more in younger, and I do get it, because I talked to the kids from Phase. They're mid-20s, but the writer's process is after they record the tracks, he'll just, stream of conscious freestyle over it and then pick out the best parts and then add real words to them and do it that way. And his reasoning was things will be expressed if it's more, in the moment or stream of conscious and not beholden to the paper or some sort of structure.
Yeah.
But for me, I cannot do that. I need to write everything down, and I need to write chorus, verse in the little margins before it, so I know. And I also have to write it out to where it's spaced out how I would sing it. So if it's the next line, I go to the next line of paper. Even if it's a short line, But I am so beholden to the process of structure and writing that it scares me when somebody just, jumps out of the airplane without a parachute, but they land beautifully, Y'all are very young in your careers, have yet to make your first actual project. For the year 2025, what are your hopes? Goals? Or is it not cool to have goals?
I mean,
I have goals. Wow.
Okay. I don't know the generations every.
It's not
Gen
cool
X,
to have
there's
goals
a lot of
anymore.
we're too cool to care,
not.
and the Gen X, elder millennials, caring
care
was
too
so
much.
corny,
I'm a junior this year. Totally forgot. Yeah. So, I guess my goal this year is to just put myself out there as much as possible, because next year I'll be a senior and then I have to go off to college or get a job or, So this year I'm just really focusing on, getting myself out there and just making music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my main goal, is just, I guess, being discovered and spending this year doing what I love before I have to go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Ashley, your plans for world domination?
Yes. Plan 1. I don't really have very many short-term goals. I do want to do an album. I do want to go on tour. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but we'll figure it out. I've just been kind of posting covers and seeing where that takes me for now. But Goals wise, I mean, the EP I was talking about, it could be nice to start working on that.
I guess to your guys' project, is there a specific theme or through line to all the songs on the EP? Or since we're talking with you, Ashley?
Yeah, I think the idea of the EP I was working on is kind of like self-discovery or like internal monologue.
Yeah.
'Cause I have a lot of that. A lot of the songs are kind of about like when I was younger and things were easier and simpler.
Yeah, although I'm 40, so to hear somebody who looks like a baby like you say things like when I was younger and things were easier.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's like, we haven't even started yet.
Yeah. I just want to be 3 again. So
Yeah, right.
That was my peak. When I was
Yeah.
3. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
And Maddysen, is this like with these collection of songs? Are they just the first collection of songs you wrote, or was there a specific theme or you were going for?
I mean, it's kind of random. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's all good.
I mean, most of these songs I wrote like a year ago, kind of. But I mean, there's a theme for the EP in itself, but not really for the individual like songs. They don't really have like a theme to tie together.
Right.
But yeah, the theme for the EP is like letters.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a letter to myself, to the listener, and yeah.
Right on.
So, yeah.
So okay, I hate to keep talking about your guys' age, but for y'all being pretty young, what advice do you have for younger musicians or little nerds who think they want to play guitar or sing or play piano? Or if you could tell your 12-year-old self, which I know for you guys isn't that long ago, but if you could give any advice to your 12-year-old.
Oh, back when I was 13. I think I would just say, like, even if you're scared of doing it, just do it. Because you'll feel so much better afterwards, and it's like, it makes you feel so proud of yourself that you just went out there and you did it. It's kind of cool.
Okay, what would you say to young Maddysen the first time she thought she wasn't good enough to be a singer?
I would say everyone feels like that. Everyone goes through that. So I guess, just be confident, and if you're not feeling like it, fake it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like,
Exactly.
fake confidence looks the same as real confidence.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
Can't tell. But no, this was awesome. I do want to thank you guys for sharing your stories and your songs with us today. And I want to thank Janelle Pratt for co-hosting. And
Thanks
I wasn't
having
sure I was
us.
supposed to ask questions or say anything. So I'm
Yeah.
just like,
no, it's all good. And then also, we have 2 other guests in the room. Shout out to Bonnie, Maddysen's mom, and Echo, Janelle's kid.
Yeah. My
Kid, daughter, I don't know.
kid. Yeah. She's
Child.
a good kid.
Yep.
Yeah. you're
We're
fine.
just shouting you out on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. So yeah, for the Tri-Cities Mixtape, this is Janelle Pratt, Miguel Ortiz. We want to thank
See
Maddysen
ya.
Hope and Ashley Smashley. Okay, hold on. Well, obviously, Maddysen, you just use your real name.
Yeah.
And Ashley, your artist name is Smash.
Yes, it is.
Did that become?
I'm planning on
Ashley
changing
Smashley or what? How did Smash come about?
it. So my aunts, my mom's sisters, give everyone nicknames, and that was my nickname
Okay.
my whole life. And I kind of just wanted to have something a little different
Yeah.
and quirky, I guess.
Yeah, I had a
But-
friend in high school named Ashley, and my nickname for her was Ashtray, and she didn't like it.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
It's kind of fun.
what up, Ashtray? Anyway, thank y'all for listening, and good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Smash or Ashley, and this is my song Hard to Tell You on Tri-Cities Mixtape.
The spot between your eyes, I probably kissed 1,000 times, but you let me do it still. If I could find the time to describe this love of mine, I'd have no time to kill. standing there so perfectly, it kills me that you have no idea how much it takes to hold this all inside. So let me try and describe it to you. It's like the feeling you get watching the sunset, or the sound of an orchestra string quartet, the crash of a wave on the ocean shore. And smiling at me just makes me want you that much more. It kills me how much I want to tell you how bad I want these feelings to debut. But it's kinda hard to tell you. If I could count the times you saved my life, I'd be counting all night long. Is there another word for infinity? 'Cause that's how much you mean to me. But you're standing there so perfectly, it kills me that you have no idea how much it takes to hold this all inside. So let me try and describe it to you. It's like the feeling you get watching the sunset, or the sound of an orchestra string quartet, the crash of a wave on the ocean shore. And smiling at me just makes me want you that much more. It kills me how much I want to tell you how bad I want these feelings to debut. But it's kinda hard to tell you. It's like the feeling you get watching the sunset, or the sound of an orchestra string quartet, the crash of a wave on the ocean shore. And smiling at me just makes me want you that much more. It kills me how much I want to tell you how bad I want these feelings to debut. But it's kinda hard to tell you. If only you see the light in your eyes, the way that you shimmer and gleam. That's not even half of everything. It's all a dream. You're floating on clouds, but it's getting harder to breathe. I can see how it's frustrating. You gave it your all, but you always fall. Don't blame yourself, it's not your fault. Vanessa, you don't have to pretend no more. I can see the truth behind your eyes, and it looks like you nobody knows. I know it's hard to let it go. A tear rolls down your cheek, stumbling over your words, you can hardly speak, falling apart piece by piece. You gave it your all, but you always fall. Don't blame yourself, it's not your fault. Vanessa, you don't have to pretend no more. I can see the truth behind your eyes, and it looks like you've been hurt before. Don't you forget all your worth. All your worth. All your worth. Vanessa, you don't have to pretend no more. I can see the truth behind your eyes, and it looks like you've been hurt before. Don't you forget all